Yo, what up? What up? What up? Courtney, what up? She's gonna dog walk him, huh? David, what's up, blood? He's gonna dog walk him? Damn. Okay. He's gonna dog walk him? You say so. I hope we find out. Mosif, what up? You just booked your flight to London? Yo, Mo, I gotta be honest, man. I'm jealous of you. I know I've said this before. The freedom, the freedom you have to not only be tied down by kids, because you don't have kids, but not a wife, like, shit. That would be dope right about now. Like, if I only had to worry about me, I'd be chilling. But when you got to worry about everybody, damn. You too, CJ. You too. I know you're trying to have a kid right now, which you should fucking. CJ's trying to ruin all this freedom. Get married, have kids. CJ's out of his mind. Hold on. CJ is trying to ruin all of it. Insanity. But that's okay. Lines are open. They wants to call in. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Mo. Dubois getting destroyed. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, Mo's no joke. You don't do planes? What? What you mean you don't do planes? You scared to fly? Pussy. Excuse me. Got a little cold. Are you really scared to fly? Nah, you know what? A lot of people are scared to fly. I shouldn't shit on you for it. It happens. It happens. A lot of people get scared to fly.
Yo, man. I'm sorry to tell you, Devin Haney does not beat Brian on the gym, bro.
What's up?
Yeah, Devin Haney does not beat Brian Norman Jr. I don't see that happening.
Mm. I'm 50-50 on that one, personally.
Bro, I was reviewing his fight. Broski got skill. He has footwork. He's not flat footed, but he has skill.
Who?
Brian Norman.
Yeah, no, he has all the tools to put Haney to put him to sleep like a Mother Goose lullaby. But Haney is also, Haney is a lot more experienced. So I'm 50-50. That's me though.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's impossible because Devin don't got a chin. Not to mention his father always telling him to fight scared. His father talk for him too much.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know if he doesn't have a chin either because, he just that one fight against Ryan, did he seem not to have a chin?
Yeah, and not to mention he be taking a spar. He be taking a spar, Brian Norman Jr.
Hmm. Well, I
At
mean,
the age of 16.
unless we see in the video, I don't, you never know.
They're not gonna release the video because Tate don't want that video released.
Maybe, maybe there's a lot of rules to the sparring videos. You know what I mean? Stays in what happens in the gym stays in the gym. Some
Exactly.
some boxing trivia. Customato famously only traveled by boat or train because he was
That's
paranoid about the mob sabotaging his plane.
yeah,
Is
but let me tell you about Tate versus Shakur. Look, I don't think Tate is afraid to fight Shakur. He will fight Shakur. He just knows Shakur is skilled. Shakur has defense. The thing is, Tate don't want to show the best of him because he feel like if he's struggling against Shakur, there's a chance that he might lose.
mm,
That's the thing. Shakur, he can fight. He just don't want to show it because you have to put somebody in the ring like Ryan Garcia in there with him because Ryan would apply that pressure. I feel like Ryan can beat Shakur because Just like how he fought Oscar Duarte. I know y'all seen him using angles and stuff when he was fighting Oscar Duarte. He was fighting smart as hell. He's
Mm.
smart. Ryan
Yeah,
has Ryan has that type of pressure to make Shakur fight. The thing is, can Shakur take the left hook from Ryan Garcia? That's the thing. But thing
yeah,
is, Ryan's not used to southpaws. That's the thing. That's why he can't get lead foot position. If Ryan learns how to get lead foot position, then he'll make it a tough night for Shakur. He'll
yeah.
make
I
it a
mean, I
tough
don't
night.
think that they're lined up to fight because there's a weight difference at this point. 147. Ryan's at Shakur still at 35.
I'm not hearing that excuse because Shakur said he'll go up to 154 and fight Conor Ben. So you can make 154, but you want to move up to 147.
Well,
That
Connor
makes no
Ben's at
sense.
47.
Yeah, but he's because Conor Ben can't make the weight like that. Conor Ben he's weight drained. I'm not gonna lie, he's weight drained.
Mm.
He looks good at the weight, but his power lost pop in it. It lost a whole lot of pop.
Mm.
So he don't got power like just like how he struggled against Eubank Jr. His power don't got pop like that no more. It don't.
Well, we're gonna see. CJ, what's up? Joe, what's up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, hey man, he crazy for thinking Ryan could do anything with Shakur. He
Ryan
crazy.
Ryan can beat Shakur,
Too
bro.
one dimensional. Too
No,
one
he's not.
dimensional.
Bro, I can prove facts that Ryan can beat Shakur. I can prove those facts.
How can you
A
I've
do
been
guy
that?
that
working,
lost to Rolly, bro. He
bro.
got outboxed by Rolly, bro. Come
Bro,
on, bro.
listen, that's
Yeah, but let's be real. He did have a hand surgery afterwards, so that could have been part of it.
Oh my
but
god. I don't like them type of excuses
I don't
though.
no, no,
either,
no, no,
but
no,
you
no.
can't deny,
Wait,
dude,
hold
with the
up.
stitches all in his
I mean,
hands. Like,
we seen Tevin Farmer go 12 rounds with Zepeda with a broken hand.
Bro, I'm not hearing that, bro. Listen to
true,
this. Listen to this. If you
true.
He
think
broke
about
it
it, how
early
did Ryan
too.
Gar- how did Devin Haney Burner know that Ryan Garcia was going to test positive for PEDs? Nobody's not
Oh
reporting that,
my
bro.
god, all the
Ryan, no, no,
scandals.
no, no.
Come on.
Shut up, because let me finish. Remember, he fought Tank. That means he would have tested
Uh-huh.
positive for the Tank fight when he fought Tank.
A
But
year
obviously,
later,
you know what I'm saying? They waited until the Canelo fight to release that Ryan was on PEDs when
Tank
he
fought.
fought
They
Devin.
fought it
That's the
between a year, bro.
that's facts. No
That.
bullshit.
E
That
E
could have been set up.
E.
You will never know that. That's bullshit. That could have been set
How?
up.
That was a year difference between the
No, no, no,
fights.
no, 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 no.
Right,
No,
Robert,
no,
you talking
no, no,
about
no.
TBV?
No, no, no. Look. Listen
Go
to
ahead.
this. When he fought Tank, he did not test positive for PEDs.
What does that mean, though?
Shut up. Let me finish. Soon as he fought Devin,
Yo, this
soon as
guy.
he fought Devin, he tested positive for PEDs. But guess what? They didn't say it until after Canelo versus whatchamacallit. I forgot who he was fighting on that day, but they didn't say it until after Canelo fight
What
was
does
over.
this have to do with anything, bro?
How did Devin Haney brother know that Ryan was going to test positive for PEDs before the
Maybe because
fight?
he looked at
Answer that.
huge.
Answer that.
I mean, maybe
I
because
don't
he looked at
believe Ryan was on
huge.
PEDs.
I
They
mean, it
could
could
have
have just
set
been a
Ryan up.
coincidence.
I
No,
mean,
bro,
look
that's
how
not
big he
coincidence.
looked. I would have thought he was on something too.
I mean, he was
That
acting
means
crazy.
that means way before Ryan fought Tank them and stuff. That means he would have been tested
Bro,
positive for
what are you
PEDs.
talking about, bro?
They
That don't
made
even make
Ryan
sense.
before the Tank fight. They made Ryan take random drug tests. They did not say it until he fought Devin Haney after Canelo fight was over. They didn't
This
admit it
guy, he
until
frying my
that fight
brain,
was
man.
over.
Like, I don't know what he
That's
talking
facts.
about.
So tell me how did Devin Haney
I
brother
mean,
know
I don't even
that
know if
Ryan
he
was
know
going to
like
test
how
positive for PED? Man, they set that nigga up, bro. Like stop
steroid.
that shit, bro. They set that nigga
I
up.
don't know how he
Set
don't
that
know
nigga
how
up.
like a steroid cycle work. Maybe he just wasn't on
Nigga,
steroids for
if
the fight
Ryan
before.
fights Shakur, Shakur is gonna run for
They're
12
not gonna
fucking
fight though, man.
rounds.
The weight
They're
difference
two
is too
weight
different.
classes
Yo,
different, man.
exactly. Let me
No.
step in. Hey, salute.
Even if
Shout out to the
no.
panel. Good
Okay.
morning,
So
Marco,
let's
or
say
afternoon, I guess, where you are. It's
shut
Go
up,
ahead,
morning
shut up.
for me.
CJ.
Hold on,
Spit
no.
at
Let's
me.
No,
say
I'm not
this.
going to shut up. I
Let's
haven't
say
even
this.
spoke
Let's
yet. You
say
need to
Ryan
chill
is
out, homie. We
stricken
all
on
got to
weight
share the
class,
time.
right?
We got to share the
Yo,
panel.
get that guy off here,
No.
man. He
Shut up.
tripping.
Let's say if
No,
Ryan
no.
is
Let
No,
let
stricken
no,
let
no,
on
shut
weight
CJ
up.
talk. Let
class,
CJ
he
talk.
still has that fucking pressure. He's like
Go ahead, CJ.
Remember, Shakur said he
Yo,
was
yo,
Got
yo.
me
Can you mute
12,
this dude?
man.
I know you hate to do that, but he's trying
Yeah,
to
it's okay.
monopolize. That's the one thing I don't respect. People try to monopolize
Yeah,
the
you gotta let
panel. Make
everybody in here. We gotta let each other talk.
make your point, get in and out, and we can have a back and forth. That's a healthy exchange. But yeah, I don't know how we got on the topic of Shakur versus. That was my main point.
He,
Shakur
the
versus
guy,
Ryan,
his
two
name is
weight classes apart.
Jamail.
It's not even feasible.
Jamail
Nah,
So
is
I don't
his
know.
name, and he brought it up.
yeah, it's definitely not happening. That guy right there, I don't know what he was talking about, bro. I'm glad you said something because I thought I was tripping.
No. Yeah, I mean, he was a little far fetched with it, but
Yeah,
trying to hear him out.
Right.
Yeah, all
Can we get
good.
back to
Now,
Brian Norman?
What's
right.
that?
Go ahead,
Yeah,
homie.
the topic, Brian Norman Haney. This
We got
guy,
Brian Norman,
yeah.
Haney, and we got Schofield versus the winner of Shakur or Zepeda.
Schofield gonna be a tough fight for anybody. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna be completely honest. His athleticism is really off the charts.
Yeah,
You're gonna be.
yeah.
He's so
It is. It's the
unorthodox.
next level. He has the use. You feel me? Not to step on your toes, but I want to say this
Yeah.
real quick. Marco, who do you see? Because it's almost to me a foregone conclusion. The winner is going to be Shakur with Zepeda. So I'm really focused on that Schofield Shakur fight that should already happen. So that's where I'm at with it.
Mhm.
I'm not saying Zepeda can't win, but I'd say like an 80-20.
I
So
totally agree.
I'm gonna tell you now, bro. Shakur just has the same fighting style. He never comes out with anything different. He's
Oh
always
my God, here this guy go, man.
no, bro. All you
This
gotta
guy,
do,
man.
it's easy to beat Shakur. All you gotta
This
do
guy is
is
easy to beat.
no,
It's
no, no,
easy to
no.
beat the best defensive boxer in
No,
fight.
he's not. No, he is not.
Oh
Look,
my
all you
God.
gotta do is when Shakur sticks that fucking paw jab out there, aim towards his body, then throw a right hook towards his face and make him get in a
Is
square
that
stance.
easy?
All you gotta do is get in a square. All you gotta do is get him in a square stance and throw
Oh
combinations.
yeah, it's that
Right,
easy to
it's all
square him up, huh?
he once he puts up that high guard, he's vulnerable.
Yeah.
That's what
Oh,
y'all
is
don't
he?
understand. Y'all don't go back and
Yeah,
watch.
because he don't know his range, huh?
When you
His
see him
distance. He
put
don't
up
know
that
his
high
distance, huh?
guard, he is vulnerable to shots.
He
That's the
don't know
thing.
distance,
He's
huh?
vulnerable.
He clueless. You right.
No, Shakur don't
let me.
have anything. You never seen Shakur slip, no
Yeah.
punch, no none of that. All he does is
Yeah, you
back up,
never
back up,
seen
back
Shakur
up. All
slip a
he
punch
does
because
is
you watch
back up. All
boxing.
he
Are
This
does.
you
kid,
Jamail? Are you a fighter?
bro, he's 11.
No, he's
No,
not
I'm not
11.
11. I'm actually 18, and I watch boxing and I study
He's
it.
never
I
watched a
know what
boxing
I'm
fight
talking
Okay.
about.
ever,
Well, he's a
bro.
young man. I'm gonna forgive him for that. But let me ask you for some clarification. Jamel, right?
Yeah.
Is it you said Shakur is not the best? I'm not saying he is, but who would you put above him defensively today? Current boxers
Guy literally
better than
never
Shakur.
watched
Defensively,
boxing.
I know who I could put up who's more defensively than him at 135. I would say I would give that
No,
to
not even just in the division. Anybody.
Pound for pound.
Keyshawn Davis.
Mute him. Mute
Whoa.
him.
Keyshawn
Sean
Davis has
Davis.
Mute
defense.
him,
I'm
man.
not gonna lie.
Mute him.
See,
No,
Mute
no,
him,
no,
man.
no, no.
now we're
If you
reaching.
think about it,
Mute
when
him, man.
when do y'all remember somebody hitting Keyshawn in the chin? Keyshawn
Bro,
chin hasn't even been
not
tested.
Nair
Keyshawn chin
Albright
has
almost
not been
knocked him
tested.
out.
His chin has not been tested.
Oh my
I'm
God, bro. Mute this guy, bro.
I
It's
mean,
all good, man. I just wanted his opinion. But yeah,
It's
18.
it's
I'm
at
not
Yeah,
even
least,
clowning you, but
no,
you're
I'm not
pretty
gonna
young.
put
I think
Keyshawn.
you
No,
just need
let me
more
take that
time,
back. Let me take that
more
back. I'm gonna
exposure.
put Tank above him.
bro.
Cause Tank
At
got way
least three
better defense.
boxers at 135 that's more
Tank,
defensively skilled than fucking
Tank has
Keyshawn
way better
Davis. I know
defense.
three off the
yeah,
top of my
Tank
head.
got a
yeah.
badge. Shakur does not have a badge. Shakur just has the same thing. Stick out that paw jab, back up, keep his distance. That's it. Tank has
Bro,
way
you
better
making this
defense.
sound like this is just A
All
and
he
B,
does
bro.
is
Like
back
if this
up.
was so
He
easy.
ran. He ran
First
from
of all, the
Edwin De Los Santos to the
misconception of
chin.
Shakur don't slip punches is like, what are we talking
Shakur ain't
about,
never
bro?
stuck no punches.
Have you ever watched a Shakur Stevenson fight?
Y'all talking about him when he was at 130. These niggas at 135, all he does is back up. So
Bro, he slips
135.
punches well. He
Hold on.
might not be as slick
Let me
as
tell you
certain
something.
fighters, but he
Let me
slips
tell you
punches well.
something. Y'all remember when Edwin came out with that jab? Shakur got popped with that jab. Guess
My
what? He
only problem with Shakur
a
is
clip of him running instead of just
my
going.
only problem with him is, bro, is his defense is elite, right? But I feel like he doesn't throw enough counters off of it. That's my
Shakur.
Mhm.
only problem. That's my only
He
problem
doesn't.
with him. I feel like he doesn't counter well off of it. He counter
Yeah,
well,
not
but he
not
don't counter as
capitalizing.
well as he could
Mm.
I
because
feel
he
you.
don't
Not
like to
like a
open
Tony.
up. He don't
He's
like
not
to
making
open
you
up.
pay.
That's just
Word,
like
word.
that's just like Tank. Tank when he feel like you don't got much for him, he starts opening up.
Do you guys see how these two guys have just reinvigorated boxing? Schofield and Norman, because they have
Yeah.
power. Because we've been sitting in this era, and no disrespect, because they're better than I was, but guys like Shakur, Haney, they're not explosive. And
No, they
these
don't. Yeah, they not explosive.
now when these guys got
Spot
us all
on.
amped up, like, oh shit, now we want because we want to see Shakur have somebody in front of him.
Anyway,
throwing
very
sledgehammers.
explosive. Yeah, we love it.
But listen, if y'all listen to Shakur, he said every time he come out a new fight, y'all gonna see a different Shakur. We never see a different Shakur, bro. He always
set himself up before his fight, saying some shit that he really like. He say he gonna kill
Not gonna
somebody
follow
before
through
a
on.
fight. Like you're
Word.
not a killer. That
Wait,
is
he said
nothing
that?
wrong with it.
When did he say that?
What fight did he just say that about? What he said he was gonna do to Artem? He said he was gonna hurt Artem bad. Like, oh, I'm stopping this guy and
Oh, I remember that.
I
all
just
that.
remember Wilder being like, "I'm gonna catch
All
your
this.
body."
My thing about it is everybody in boxing, like it's just not killers. You have certain fighters that are killers, and they don't have to say it.
Real
Like
quick,
Norman Jr.
Rob, that's not Yayan. That we got Jamil, we got Joe, and we got CJ. Because I forget it doesn't show your names on the screen.
If
Go ahead.
you think about it, what makes y'all think that Shakur versus Tank is a 50-50 fight? If you
I don't think it's 50-50, but I think it's
Shakur-
60-40.
Who you got? You got
just
Shakur?
like
I got Tank.
Even after his last performance?
Styles make fights, man. My thing
That's what I
with
was
it
gonna
is
say. Let
his
me
last
step in real
performance is
quick.
a guy
But here's the thing,
that he
y'all
knew
always
they've been
say-
fighting. The guys
y'all
you've been
always
sparring the
say
longest,
skills-
you always going to struggle with in the ring. Look at Floyd and Zab Judah. The guys you come up with.
To your point, homie. To your point, it is a
Just like
great stylistic matchup because you got the pure boxer. Let me speak real quick, man. I've been quiet. I'm trying to be respectful. You got the pure boxer versus the boxer puncher. Hey, I know you're only 18, but you're gonna have to clean up your decorum, homie. I'm sorry. This is not working.
But y'all
They can't hear either of us.
But listen, just like
All right, I'm gonna have to mute him. Go ahead.
All right, man. I was just saying that the stylistic matchup of a pure boxer versus a boxer puncher, that's why people are deriving that 50-50, equally as skilled in different ways. So, yeah, I'm right
totally
there with
agree.
it, 50-50. Yeah.
I can see it 50-50. I only say 60-40 because Tank is more explosive. So it's
that X factor, that power. I feel what you're saying.
I used to think Tank, same thing. I used to say the same thing as you, Joe. But then again, Tank just had one fight where he didn't look that good. You know what I mean? And those of you who saw my interview with Coach Kenny, and I'm not saying it's true or not, but they're alleging he was not really trying his hardest. Tank did look off to me mentally.
Mm-hmm.
We never seen him complain that much. We never seen him take a fucking knee and like freak out about something.
Yeah.
I don't think Tank was focused that fight. I don't think he had the aggression.
It looked like it.
That fight.
He was already talking about retiring.
My thing with Tank was he made a simple mistake, and it was really the corner. He made a simple mistake that fight. He did not go to the body nearly enough.
But
my problem with Tank is sometimes he knocks people out so much he starts abandoning his jab in certain fights, right? So I feel like the fights where he abandons his jab, he struggles. If you've seen his fight against Ryan Garcia, his jab was on point.
Exactly.
He went away from his jab. He tried to walk him down because he thought he was smaller, and it was just they just collided like that.
I don't know. I always say this, right? Roach fought the perfect fight, and Tank looked off, and we still got arguably a draw. So I feel like in the rematch, Tank will, as long as he comes correct, he'll take him out.
Yeah, Tank.
He didn't throw nearly enough uppercuts either. I didn't see no uppercuts.
But one thing
in the pocket,
see, though, guys. One thing we saw: Roach absorbed those shots like a roll of Charmin. Like it did nothing.
No, I know why he didn't.
Because he didn't double up on him nearly enough.
There's a reason why he didn't throw the uppercuts. Because Lamar Roach noticed that he always put his hands down every time he throws the uppercut. Like one of his hands go down, so that's why he didn't.
A hand got to go down and throw a punch regardless, bro. Ain't that how you fight?
Yeah. But Lamar Roach would have caught him with the hook. That's why he didn't throw that many uppercuts.
Well, Lamont was catching him. Like you could tell, like what you said, Joe. They had history. You could tell Lamont was using some of that data he had downloaded over the years.
He got his timing
Marco,
early. That's what it was. He got his timing down early.
I got to disagree with Marco. I don't think Roach is intimidated. That's like almost like not to the same level, but the Tyson effect. Yeah, the Tyson effect of you lose before you even step in the ring. So. Yeah, I don't think that Roach is suffering from that. He doesn't,
I do think that
plenty of experience. So
it too. But
I
fuck if
gotta
you scared
I
of me
gotta
or not,
lean.
I'm finna
But
hurt you. Like, you know,
I
you
gotta
see
lean
what I'm
Roach.
saying?
Let me say this. I
One at
gotta
a
lean
time,
Roach
guys.
for
One
right
at a
now.
time. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm saying I gotta lean Roach for right now. Y'all got it.
Go ahead. What was you saying?
yeah, we
Oh, that was
also
it.
found,
No.
my bad. We also found another weakness of Tank though. He can't, just like how Mike Tyson had to create distance in the mid range.
Oh my
Just to get
God, he finna say
knockdown.
something crazy.
Tank powers can be no. Tank power can be absorbed that way during mid range. So he has to
Huh?
no, like think about it.
Huh?
Tank pulls his hand all the way back so he could load up on his shots. I noticed that.
Huh?
But when he's in mid range, he can't do that. So that's how Lamar Roach was
So you
absorbed.
telling me Tank has to load up to hurt you? I've seen plenty of Tank fights when he hurted fighters
Yeah,
without loading up, with put nothing on it.
yeah, but the way how he did it was different because he was
Like,
smothering Tank punches.
like,
He was
huh?
smothering his punches. He was like getting real close up on him and throwing
Look,
straight.
man, the guy fought good, man. I gotta see it again. As simple as that. I gotta see it again. I
I'm
don't
just
Word.
saying.
see.
But
I
it's
think.
not announced yet. Why
I
not?
think Tank. I think Tank is a great inside fighter. He can fight at mid range too, and
Yeah,
he surprisingly to be 5'5", he's a great long range fighter.
He's a great
yeah.
fighter. Just
Feet is great.
the
He just got to
problem
be
is
there
this.
mentally.
The problem is, I was
I'm
going to
not.
say that the problem is
Yeah,
this: boxing is 90% mental, and if he's already talking about cashing out, fighting Jake Paul, and retiring, he's not going to be
My
there.
favorite young fighter right now is Carmel Moulton. That's my
Okay.
favorite
He's
up and
got like
coming
I didn't
fighter
like
right
him
now.
at
I like
all. I
Abdullah
saw
better.
him in his last fight.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Abdullah too, right? But I see a big hole in Abdullah. A big hole.
What?
I
Just
feel
because he
like
got dropped?
No, 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 no. It wasn't even that he got dropped. It's when he fight his deep. He's not like very defensively sound at all.
And
He's
Carmel
too
Bolton is.
offensive. He's too offensive.
Ooh, is this true? That Boots versus Ortiz might be in the undercard?
So I wanna see
Oh wow.
somebody.
It's a wish list that's wanting to be
I
there.
got
Yeah, that's a wish
Oh, it's
list.
a wish
I
list.
got Corral
Boots
stopping
is
Abdullah.
not dumb enough to fight Ortiz first fight going to 154. You're not stupid.
They already
I
told
think he
Virgil
might.
Sr. that they need 2 tune-up
Nah,
fights. So I don't want to hear that.
nah, he gonna take a tune up. Eddie already said Boots is 1 or 2 tune ups.
Tune-ups. Nah.
I was waiting for the young man to
Yeah,
say
I
that
mean, let's be realistic. You going up in weight, you want to at least feel how the 154 power is before you
It's
go
only
right in there.
7 pounds, and they do that in sparring all the time. They don't. I don't think
Sparring
that's.
is different though from a real fight.
No, it is, but it's only 7 pounds. I don't think that's necessary
7 pounds.
Boots' level. At
That's
Boots'
that's
level.
that's crazy though. That's crazy to just go up and just fight immediately the top dog.
I
No, I don't
got.
know. Let me say this. He's in his late
Hey,
20s. He's 30 fights in,
who y'all got in that
There
right?
you
Canelo
go.
versus Crawford fight? Who y'all got in
But
Canelo?
I think when you move up in weight, you take, I wouldn't say a cake fight, but you definitely take a tune up.
Not
I
everybody.
would love to see Ortiz. Not
I
always.
mean,
It depends
you got
on the
crazy
fighter.
fighters like Sugar Ray Robinson, but when the last time you seen a fighter just
Not crazy. People move up all the time and go right to champions all the
no,
time.
champions is different from elite fighters. I'm
Isn't
saying you could be a champion and not be elite.
isn't Virgil a
Ortiz
champion?
ain't elite though. Ortiz is the right level of challenge, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Virgil's an A fighter. He's not an A plus
That's
fighter.
that's
He's an A
argu-
fighter.
That's arguably one of the best fighters at 54.
That's what I just said. He is a champion, but I'm saying every champion is not elite. Virgil's an elite champion.
Well, now we get it. We've had
I
that
wouldn't put him in the
discussion
elite.
here before, and
Yeah,
he's
everybody's
an
Virgil is
interim champ.
hold on, guys. Hold
he's
on,
an
hold
A
on,
fighter.
hold on. Everybody's definition of elite is different. That's where these conversations get all in, tangled up. Like what you think elite is might be very different to me. But
Yeah.
Virgil is a
And he's
great.
not a
Those are two
champion.
of the best fighters at 54. Virgil and Boots,
Word.
and the most
Agreed.
exciting.
I
Both
think
undefeated.
the hardest fight at 54 is going to be Fondor for anybody.
I don't think so.
I
I think
mean,
that
I don't know, but
Because-
what's better than beating a dude who was undefeated and has almost all knockouts? I believe. Is it all knockouts, or Virgil has one by knockout?
And
Right?
you see,
He got
Yeah, he
his
didn't
last
knock
2
out
fights. He
backwards.
didn't get knockouts.
Two fights. But come on,
I don't
that's
get why
I don't
people.
think Virgil power is as deadly as they advertise
no.
either.
His
Though
is accumulation and punch
Yeah.
placement.
he's
It's
more
not
like an Errol Spence type of fighter to me.
Yes.
Word.
Who said that they had Lamont for the rematch?
I did.
Everybody.
Not me. I got Tank.
No. Oh, I thought he
I-
said who didn't have him. I don't
Who
got
did?
Lamont.
I said who did?
Oh no, I
That
got
was
Tank.
me. That was CJ.
Oh,
Hey
you
man,
got Lamont?
I agree, man. I got Lamont
Oh
with a
shit.
TKO.
Yo,
I'm surprised.
I got Lamont with a TKO in that fight. He's gonna have him worn out even better.
Hey man, we
TKO?
got
Like
I don't know if
TKO.
he's gonna stop him. That's kind of wild,
Yo,
but
I feel
okay.
like Lamar gonna test
HLD, he
positive
hit
for
him
drugs.
with
I
the
think he gonna
kitchen
get that
sink,
SNAP program.
and
Tank
just
got a
looked at
beard.
him.
He
Yeah,
got a
And
he looked
beard.
at him.
Tank crashed out. He
He got a
crashes out
beard.
under pressure, and that's
He
what's going to
does?
happen again. He's
I
weak-minded.
seen Tank under pressure, and he get crazy
He's
too.
Yeah, we
weak-minded.
seen
He
him
could be
during the
so
pit bull fight. The
patient
pit bull
too.
fight showed that
Yeah.
he's used to pressure.
He could be
He-
so
he-
patient, Tank.
I think patience is more of a killer in boxing than just
Right.
super aggressive.
And
He
patience.
suffers.
I
He
agree.
suffers from the Mike
patience
Tyson
shows-
effect.
Patience
Mike
He
Tyson
fights
shows
nothing
not
like
a-
Mike Tyson,
Hold on a
bro.
second.
Nothing
Patience-
like him.
One second.
Okay, go
Patience
ahead.
shows a strong mind, in my opinion.
Yes,
Mike
yes.
Tyson under
Totally
pressure
agree.
in the mid-90s, under pressure.
Mike Tyson was
Correct.
already washed by the mid
Correct.
90s.
Now, I'm not talking about winning.
Mike
I'm talking
Tyson was
about
washed
mentally.
by 89.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
mentally.
Facts.
Mentally,
Facts.
he
He was
crashed out,
washed.
and that's what's going to happen to Tank again. He's gonna.
I think he was done when he got rid of Rooney.
I made videos.
We're not
That's
talking
a
about
fact.
winning a fight. I'm talking about mentally. He
think he
was
was
weak,
done.
and so is Tank. He showed that in that fight.
I don't think Mike Tyson was ever weak mentally, to be honest with you. But I think his skills did
In the
diminish.
mid-90s, he was when he was.
You
already
could tell.
finished.
You could tell around 89, 90, his fast twitch wasn't as fast as it was.
I disagree, man. I think it wasn't that. It was getting rid of Rooney, and it was the fact that
The
you guys
coat.
who don't know this, I was trained by Kevin Rooney, so I know this style. That's my first, that was my second trainer ever. I lived up in his house up in Catskill. I know. So that style is very specific. And Tyson abandoned it. If you notice, he stopped throwing combinations, was throwing one punch at a time, stopped moving his head coming in. He abandoned the key,
His
the
fundamentals.
cornerstones, right, of that style, and that's what happened.
Because
accurate.
if we be
But
honest,
I like what custom.
that 86,
Mike
87
Tyson.
Tyson, I could put him against any heavyweight. He give anybody trouble.
I've been saying that.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
But
I think prime Mike
unfortunately,
Tyson's unstoppable.
unfortunately, Tyson is one of the few fighters that
Y'all
only
know
had
how Mike
a
Tyson
prime.
style works,
Hold on
right?
something. Tyson only had a prime of what, from 84 to 89. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
very short prime.
4 years.
But that prime was
hey,
one of the
man,
most dominant primes in boxing
Oh, yeah,
history.
and the most skilled heavyweight arguably ever. Who's had more speed and power and foot speed, hand speed?
The only guy I think that was more skilled than Tyson at heavyweight, you might say I'm wrong for this, but was Larry Holmes to me.
How are you going to say that?
No, I
But no.
think
Larry
different
Holmes,
style. Different style.
Larry Holmes was like a better version of Ali.
I would say I would put that on. I agree
Because
with that.
Ali, if we be honest, if you know boxing for real, Ali was not in his prime in the 70s.
No,
his prime was the 60s.
It wasn't. Exactly.
Yeah, and we missed his best.
And you know what's funny? When he came out of the ban, when he lost to Joe Frazier, he was only 29, but he looked like 30 fucking 9. He looked like 10 years older.
He was already diminished. He took a beating. He took beatings already.
Tyson's wild lifestyle killed him, man. His lifestyle and all that shit.
But I have never seen a heavyweight that could get on his toes like Larry Holmes.
Man.
His jab was mobile too. Now he didn't have one of them jabs where he had to stop and hit you.
He emulated Ali. That's where
he had a mobile jab. And it goes
He
to talk about
with
Larry Holmes' jab was so powerful.
They're sparring. They're sparring on YouTube right now of them sparring a young Holmes, and he's fucking Ali up. You should see it. That was prime-ish Ali. You know, he was maybe in his early 30s.
Larry Holmes' jab was so powerful too.
And conditioning. I mean,
he have you busted up by the second, third round just from a jab. He didn't throw nothing else but a jab.
The most powerful jab in history was arguably Sonny Liston. He was dropping dudes with it.
The thing about Tyson is,
yo, man, who's got the chicken feet going on back there, man? It's like, damn.
hey, say what you want, man. Boots Ennis got a nasty jab too, from top to bottom.
Yeah,
I respect it.
Hey, Marco,
what's up?
Nasty.
Hey, Marco,
what's up?
Do you agree with people that say Boots kind of look like Roy Jones a little bit?
Nope.
Athleticism-wise, I can agree.
Not at all.
I said athleticism-wise, I could agree. But style-wise, no.
Nah, athleticism. Roy Jones was a Maserati. Everybody else was like a fucking
Roy Jones kind of killed me. Roy Jones, when he was fighting on PEDs, I was like, oh yeah.
That was one fight, man.
I couldn't do it though, man, because it's like nobody just didn't get caught the rest of the times. Like
Nobody in the
Marco is
history of
always
the
going to
sport.
defend Roy on that.
Nobody in the history of the
Hold on,
sport.
guys. Hold on. One at a time, please. I talked to Roy personally about this shit, and I look, he could be lying. Obviously, I think it's.
Yo, somebody's got that weird
Yo,
noise, man.
Oh,
That's
that was
not me.
Jamil. That was the young kid. There's a fucking whole sitcom going on in the back. Roy was like, yo, I went to the GNC store. I don't know if they still have those anymore. He's like, I took a supplement off the fucking shelf and I used it. He's like, I didn't know that there's banned substances on the shelf at GNC. You know, and he was like, in my opinion, like that's the shit you inject. You go to a doctor, all that. You know, it's like drugs. You gotta go get that.
I don't know, man.
But what
Because
did
he
he
did
pop
look like
for?
he was on some real juice.
I don't
that
know
fight
what
too.
it was exactly.
I would believe the story based on what he popped for and the amount that was in his system.
Nobody arguably is better than Prime Roy.
Hold on. You know what's funny? The dude that he fought, which I believe was Richard Hall, popped for double the amount of PEDs in his system. That's why they didn't no contest to fight. Both guys
that's
had
funny.
it.
I need to see what it is.
Yes.
They both did. But I mean, I still would need, for you to know what it is, it depends on what it is and how much was in his system.
I just can't get with Roy like that. I mean,
but
his
Roy
prime was unstoppable.
Nobody emulates Roy in the history of boxing. That dude in his prime, I think is.
But you shouldn't want to, bro, because he wasn't fundamentally sound.
I think so. Had he should have
looked like that.
He should have
wasn't fundamentally sound though at all.
Nah, you're crazy. I hate when people say that. Just because
he wasn't.
Hold on. Just because he didn't have to use fundamentals doesn't mean he didn't have them. I talked again. I'm not trying to like drop names, but he's told me personally, yo, my father. This is him talking. Made me do fundamentals for hours when I first started boxing. He's like, that's all I learned first. He's like, but people don't know that because of my talent, my athleticism. I was able to be non-traditional, unorthodox.
It fucked him up a lot too, though.
Didn't have him.
Had he retired,
when he got a little older, though, it fucked him up, though.
GOAT. He would be considered the GOAT. Had he retired after Ruiz at heavyweight, he would have been
the
GOAT.
Easy.
The GOAT.
So correct me if I'm wrong, Marco, but do the athletic commissions, whatever state you in, do they ever disclose the amount, or I don't think they do?
It depends on who it is.
It was people with.
If you look at, you could find writing for the Roy and the Richard Hall thing, and they say Roy was found with so and so, and Richard Hall had. But again, I didn't look at the source. I don't know if that was them saying it or if it was just a writer who claims he had inside information.
I think Roy is top 10 pound for pound all time.
Shit. I mean, that's better than nothing, but no.
I can't put him at one because I don't think he had the best resume. But he did have a crazy resume.
That's not his fault.
It's not.
He fought
it's not.
who was there.
He had a solid resume, but I think his fighters were better ones.
Maybe.
I feel like Roy in his prime was literally unbeatable. I don't see nobody. In his prime, I don't think nobody can beat him.
It's a couple fighters that wouldn't lose in their prime, if we've been honest, because I don't think Duran would have ever lost in his prime.
I mean,
I don't know.
Thank you.
At 135,
was he not in his prime when he rematched Leonard?
No. That rematch was a quick turnaround too.
Yeah,
they cooked him. They fucked him over that fight.
Okay, maybe.
Durant had an issue with putting on a bunch of weight in between fights too, and they knew that. So they rushed the rematch.
We could argue Mike Tyson in his prime wouldn't have lost to anybody.
Yeah.
We could argue Sugar Ray Leonard did lose. He lost to Duran in his prime.
When you watch that Tyson versus when you watch that, if you're old enough to remember, the first Bruno fight,
Larry wouldn't lose in his prime either.
That was the fight when you saw him. He's not doing that Rooney stuff.
Did you see my video? Bro. Did you see my video that I let out? I have a video that literally says it's labeled the night Tyson's prime ended, and it's against Bruno. Yep. And I break it down.
Yeah, Marco laid it out.
What did my man say? I think one of you guys were just brought up Bruno. What was your point? I didn't get to hear somebody else talking over you.
That was the first fight that we saw Tyson's prime basically deteriorating. It was against Bruno.
And you want to know what's funny? And you want to know what's funny about Frank Bruno? When he rematched him again after he got out of prison, that was the last time Tyson looked good. So that's kind of interesting. That was his last fight when he looked good.
It was a rocky type of fight, though. You know what I mean? So it was about who's.
I think the Klitschko brother, he wasn't lost in his prime either when he was with when he got with Manny.
Which one?
When he got with
Vitaly.
Stewart. Yeah, Vitaly.
Vitaly was nice, but Lennox Lewis was busting his ass up at the end of that fight.
He was over the hill.
I left the
that was a
sport when
classic
those two
fight,
guys
man.
were champions, bro. I didn't care about
Lennox Lewis caught so many over the hill fighters, bro. I
What?
think his career
Lennox was
so
38. He was over the hill.
his career is so fucking bro, his
No,
career is so
no.
fucking spoiled to me,
inflated?
bro. Cause like
You feel
he
me?
caught all them guys in the late 90s. They was washed.
What you mean? He was older than Klitschko when they fought.
Klitschko been in wars though.
What? Nah, Lennox was like almost 38. And Klitschko was like 32 or something. Nah.
Lennox caught all the batch of heavyweights in the 90s was just not as good to me, honestly.
I feel what he's saying to a degree, but Lennox was a late bloomer.
Yes.
His prime came.
The 80s,
his
the
prime came
80s
later on.
heavyweights to the 90s heavyweights is not close.
Joe, he
my man.
Are
I
they?
just said that anybody in the top 20 in the 90s would be undisputed
Larry
today.
Holmes would beat skin off of fucking Holyfield.
Larry Holmes is one of the greatest ever. Besides him, try and name another one.
Yeah.
The 80s heavyweights in general?
Yeah.
Okay, Tyson to run through the 90s heavyweights.
Well, he's both though.
80s. He's talking about 80s
Tyson was
Tyson though.
done in the 90s.
80s Tyson would have done it. Yeah.
Nah, 90s. Yeah. Riddick Bowe, Lennox, Holyfield,
Like
Mercer.
bro, George.
Ray Mercer.
Yeah.
Fucking Ike Ibiabuchi, who unfortunately retired early. David Tua.
Yeah.
Riddick Bowe was nasty too.
He was nasty. He was.
But
Yo, Marco, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're firmly of the opinion that Bo just outright ducked Lewis. Is that right?
Everybody. I mean,
No, not everybody.
That's the only bigger duck than Benavidez and Canelo was Bo Lewis. You know why? Because at least Canelo had a full career and fought the Triple Gs, fought the Kovalevs. You know what I'm saying? But Bo at the time didn't fight anybody at that stature.
Manny Duck and Bud got to be up there too.
Bo just got knocked out maybe 4 or 5 years earlier in the Olympics by Lewis. On top of that, that
wasn't no goddamn knockout. That was a bullshit stoppage. You know that, champ.
He let the business get to his head because I think he wanted to fight somebody else before he fought. Right? Is that what it was? He wanted to fight somebody else before he fought.
I think he was intimidated. I'll be honest with you. I do.
Oh, from my understanding, there were offers back and forth. They both sent offers, but they just couldn't come.
CJ,
couldn't
even though it was probably, I agree, it was a bit of a premature stoppage. He still fucking dropped them and rocked them and fucking handled them, and that stuck in Bo's mind.
You know what I mean? You're right.
It was still there now because you saw. Do you remember at the press conference when Riddick Bowe pieced up? What was his fucking name?
Larry Donald.
Larry Donald. Yeah, when Lennox got in his face, he didn't do shit. And there's a video of Holyfield calling him out. It's a video of them sitting in the gym from maybe like 5-6 years ago. And Holyfield's like, "Yeah, you hit that boy. He didn't even do anything to you. Yeah, Lennox gets in your face. You don't do anything." And Bo just, you called him out.
Yeah, man.
I mean, Foreman smashed a lot of them 90s heavyweights, bro. He was fucking 90.
He was 90.
Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but that scene of Riddick Bowe dumping the WBC belt in the trash, bro.
That's the duck we're talking about.
That's what I'm saying. That moment you can't erase that moment.
And we're New York. Well, I'm the only New Yorker in here, but like even us New Yorkers who were back in Bo were like, "Oh shit, that was a pussy move." Like it didn't even work with us because he was trying to spin it like
he was scared to get beat up.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I would have seen that fight.
Scared to get beat up, or was it the money?
He was scared to get beat up, man.
They get the money prideful into their heads, and they think that they are above the sport.
You forgot what Bo looked like right after he won that belt. He put on weight instantly. He just went downhill, and then he ended up going crazy.
Oh yeah,
kidnapping his kids, all kinds of crazy shit.
He wasn't dedicated. I don't know how you can kidnap your own kids, but that's
I think the brain damage got caught up to him.
Brain damage didn't settle in until Galata fight. I always say this. That's the one fight where you see the brain damage literally be on set. Galata beat the brain damage into him. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. He really did. You see his interview before that fight and after, and there's clear slurring that never went away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And,
that's why I couldn't just get into, I don't know, man. I couldn't do it. Fuck that.
You what?
So I wouldn't play football or none of that shit. I like watching this shit though, and I like doing it at the crib, but
that's why you couldn't actually get in. Okay,
hell
I feel you. It's high risk.
I wouldn't allow my son to play in.
Bro, you think about it, bro. You got kids and shit, bro. You might not be able to
I'll tell you guys right now, like, so I never went high in my career, right? I was a low-level fighter as a pro, and I was always very regretful. Like, fuck, I had the skill, because I had fuck. But then as I started doing this content creating, interviewing all these legends, and seeing that the majority of them have brain damage, or they're broke, or they're forgotten, or all three.
Mm-hmm.
It made me be like, okay, I'm kind of glad I didn't,
Then you fucking around, walking around with arthritis and everywhere.
Well, arthritis is part of being old, but
arthritis. But if you can't
Yeah, I got
remember,
arthritis, but no, the brain.
because
Yeah,
your boxing
the
career,
brain,
guys, is
man.
only 20 years, maybe tops. You live a lot longer than that. You want to be able to actually live the rest of that life, not know who the fuck you are.
I would. I don't. I would.
Waking up behind 7-Eleven with a drunk squirrel.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't have. My son wouldn't. I wouldn't allow it. I'm not gonna allow it. He won't play. He won't play football and anything that has to do with boxing.
I'm with you.
Oh yeah,
I mean?
football. He fucking Chris Benoit.
I heard football is even worse.
I'd rather watch him.
Hell yeah, you're doing it more often.
I even heard somewhere that soccer they get a lot of concussions. Is that true?
I've heard, yeah, because they crash into each other too. The players when they're running.
That's like That's like in the
or
WWE.
Hitting the ball, or hitting the ball with their head.
Yeah, but don't they not hit the ball with their head often? Isn't that like every now and then?
Kids are kids, man. When they're playing out there,
I can't watch soccer. I refuse. Like
this shit is
I'm the same thing.
Yo, the World Cup is coming up, isn't it? The World Cup. I'm gonna watch
the World what? The World what?
I know.
Hell no, the World Cup every 4 years, ain't it?
The only time I watch that is because there's a hottie, a Colombian around me that she wants to watch, and I'm like, all right, bet.
It's fucking.
No, every time I tune into the zone, that they're advertising it, so I thought it was this summer. I don't know.
But I was thinking this the other day. We're going in '90s, right? One of the biggest what ifs would have been Ike Ibiabuchi. What the fuck? I mean, what would have happened? Who was the champion back then? What, Lennox, Holyfield? What happens if he goes in front of him? Lennox is
with that kind of volume.
I don't think Holyfield was a big enough puncher to beat him.
No, but what about? I mean, Lennox. I got Lennox top 5 greatest heavyweights of all time.
Lennox is in your top 5.
What? Let me guess. Because he got knocked out twice. You erase everything.
I think Lennox caught fighters. I think he just caught a easier era of fighters.
He did.
And think about it, because he started later than his
after
peers,
95.
bro. He was supposed to be an 80s heavyweight.
He didn't get into it until after 95.
I don't know what he got.
And think about it, he the same age as Tyson, bro.
That.
He should have been in the 80s era.
He beat everybody. Mercer, Bruno, Holyfield.
He fought everybody after they were already washed.
Holyfield was a blown up cruiserweight, man. We giving people wins for him.
Nah, you can't say that about Holyfield. He solidified himself as a
I love Holyfield, but I'm saying Holyfield was
the only four-time heavyweight, right? Is it 4-time? So no, he solidified.
No, I'm not discrediting him at all, but I'm saying when a bigger fighter beats Holyfield is virtually a cruiserweight to me.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but that dude is 6'3", like,
Holyfield wouldn't be able to do nothing with a Foreman, nothing with an Ali.
He beat Foreman. Oh, you mean a young Foreman?
Yeah, a young Foreman. Nothing with an Ali. First of all, he almost lost that fight to that old Foreman too.
But listen,
he got thumped a couple times.
I don't agree with that.
I wouldn't say almost lost.
Holyfield was going toe to toe with Bo, with Lennox. Like, yeah, he lost.
He wouldn't have went toe to toe with Frazier. All the heavyweights and
Frazier was.
Hey, this dude is tripping. This dude is tripping.
I don't agree with that. Holyfield was nice. I don't agree with that. I think he can beat anybody.
Holyfield was too little for the heavyweights I'm talking about, bro.
I don't like Holyfield.
So is Usyk then too, right?
I don't know about that.
I don't like.
Yes, Usyk wouldn't have beat none of them guys I'm naming.
But he beat.
I don't know. Bo was way bigger. Bo was way bigger, and he gave him 3 wars.
That giant. First of all, Tyson Fury is so over the hill. We all know he was washed after the Wilder fight. Bro, he wasn't shot.
Hey, are you 18 also, man?
That's revisionist history. That's very revisionist, champ.
I'm revisiting history.
No, revisionist. Like you making up the narrative after the fact. No one was saying.
No, I'm saying Wilder and Tyson.
No one
Fury,
said that.
I thought they were totally shot after them 3 fights with each other.
Well, you know what?
Irreversible damage.
You know what? You have a possible point. We can't, but I don't agree because
he got dropped by Ngannou, bro. A guy that's never boxed.
He fucked up White. He fucked up Chisora.
And he technically lost that fight to me.
What fight?
To Ngannou. That's embarrassing. That was embarrassing.
I agree with that. But those other two those were both after the Wilder fight. He looked great.
Yeah, he did. But it just looked like he got old against Ngannou, and he wasn't the same.
Yeah, the Ngannou thing was unacceptable. I'm with you with that, and I'm
He
glad
took it lightly.
Joshua knocked him out because Ngannou was starting to feel himself.
Like, yeah, his feet wasn't nearly as good after the Wilder fight.
But
I think in that fight,
If he had the
think in that
same
fight-
feet he had Wilder won, he would have destroyed Usyk.
if Ngannou would have landed the same punch on AJ, he would have been on his
Because
ass
I think
too.
Dubois beat
The only thing
Usyk.
that he proved himself to have better skills that night to show him what boxing's about. But
honestly, I think
anybody get hit by Ngannou, you're gonna be on your ass.
Bro, I think Dubois beat Usyk. I think that shot was legal. It was right on the belt
All right,
line.
but here's the thing. I agree with you that the shot was legal and it should have been a knockdown, but you cannot say he beat him because you don't know how Usyk would have reacted if the ref started counting as opposed to giving him time.
But and we can say this, he was still hurt after that, bro. When
he
they
was hurt for
got back into the
no. He was
What was that?
What the hell?
He was
Hey,
incapacitated.
Jose. This is Carlos Caravana.
What the fuck
Oh
is
my
this?
god, man! This guy ordering the
we-
pizza.
Well, that was Oval Office.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was saying he was incapacitated for like two minutes, shaking, everything. But again, there's a chance that he could have been acting. There's a chance he could have grabbed his balls and got up if he had to. He just knew he didn't have to.
If Dubois wasn't so green in that fight, like if he was who he was today, he would have stopped him.
Bro, he quit.
Right when they got back, he would have stopped him.
He quit versus Usyk. That's what happened in that fight. Usyk beat the brakes out of him.
That's what I just said. He wasn't.
It's not about being green. It's about he
was
quit.
green.
Hold on.
Usyk about
You
to
could
watch
say
the
that.
boy.
Dubois was
You
very
could say
green.
that, but he's looked like a new man. He's looked like a brand new man ever since that happened.
That's what I'm saying.
That
bro.
is different from what happened that night that we were saying revisionist history.
He
that
caught
night,
a green
Usyk
Dubois.
whooped his ass and made him quit.
And Marco, this is another hot take for you. I think the matchmaking over there is good because I think Joseph Parker would give Usyk a run for his money.
Nah.
I think anybody can match Usyk.
Nobody.
First of all, not Dubois. Joe Parker got excellent footwork, right? Heavyweights with good footwork and a good jab would give Usyk problems.
Who the hell is that?
I'm not saying you're wrong.
He hasn't fought anybody with good feet at heavyweight.
Who is that out there today? Who the fuck has good footwork in heavyweight today? They're all trash.
Moses Atama, the guy that just
What?
got dynamite in both hands.
Good footwork?
Moses Atama doesn't have good footwork.
I mean, okay, it's not exceptional.
What?
Usyk's footwork's exceptional.
Yes.
It is, but that young guy has great footwork.
Man, I know
And he got dynamite in both hands.
you know boxing, but when you're biased on something, you come on.
Yo,
I'm not being biased. I genuinely think Joseph Parker would give Usyk trouble.
Joseph Parker got so lucky that he fought a Wilder who didn't throw any punches, and he fought a big, fat, overgrown, bloated, greasy, 12 sandwich eating.
I don't think nobody at heavyweight is unbeatable right now, bro.
On a 2-day
Nobody.
notice. Nah, nobody's unbeatable in boxing in general.
No, I'm saying in heavyweight right now. It's nobody. It's certain fighters at certain weight classes is not going to lose in their weight class.
There ain't nobody with great
It's clear as
footwork.
day. It's nobody at 122 to beat anyway. Nobody.
Hey, I just hopped on real quick.
It's
just
nobody
to
at
issue a
118 to beat
Go ahead, Mo.
Nakatani.
Hold on 1 second. Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, whoever said Duran was like unbeatable in his prime, he actually did lose famously in his prime. He lost to a Puerto Rican fighter named Esteban de Jesus in a 10-round decision non-title fight, who he came back in 2 years later, defended his title, knocked him out, and then 2 years after that, he unified the title against Esteban de Jesus and brutally knocked him out to become the undisputed lightweight champion.
What year did he lose to him? What year was this?
I think the 74, and I think they fought in 76 and 78.
What? I did not know. I thought Duran's
No,
first loss was
no.
Ray Leonard.
No,
Me too.
and it was the same thing. He came in, he didn't make the weight.
74. You sure that wasn't amateur?
No, man. You confusing somebody, man.
You sure that wasn't amateur? 74.
I
No.
thought he was
100% not amateur.
Right now, I'm going in right now to look. His first.
You know what?
loss-
He's right. In
Yup.
72, he
His
lost
first
to
loss.
Esteban de Jesus.
Yup, said 1972 UD. Then his second loss didn't come until, wow, yeah, it was Ray Leonard.
I don't even remember that fight.
See, one thing about Mo, guys, he doesn't talk if he doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's a fact.
I didn't say he didn't know what he's talking about. I just wanted to, I just
Yo,
never heard
it's
of
crazy.
that.
You gotta go 5 decades to look up Duran's shit.
Durant is arguably, in my opinion, the other. You can argue
in 5
James.
decades.
You can argue James Toney too, but Durant is the best inside fighter I've ever seen with my eyes.
Okay.
I've never seen a fighter fight better on the inside than Durant.
I mean, this is going to be
I
the
like
slips, the
Chocolatito.
counters, the body work.
There's
never
one
seen nobody
fighter
better.
who I think is
Chocolatito is one of those greatest inside fighters.
This is from
And what
Mo.
about Tyson?
Hold on, this is from Mo mostly because I don't think the rest of you guys will even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But Jack Johnson.
Oh, I know.
Oh, come on! Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that, Marco.
Was the greatest inside fighter I've ever seen.
Who is the greatest? What if to you? I want to see what you say.
What if to me? Edwin Valero, Ike Ibiabuchi. Edwin Valero, those you don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know. All knockouts. Crazy motherfucker. Ended up killing his wife and killing himself.
Yeah, but I remember that.
Valero, Ibiabuchi.
I think he had brain damage, like CTE or something.
He got into a motorcycle accident and had that, and so he was unable to get licensed in America for a while. Then his last fight was against DeMarco. I forget his first name. And he got cut bad and ended up knocking DeMarco out.
Salvador Sanchez.
Yeah. That was mine right there. Salvador Sanchez. That was
Salvador's another one, but he had so many more fights and already fought legends.
But it was only in one division, so we really never saw him to be what he could have been. He was only 23, right? 24.
Yeah.
But I say it with respectfully because a lot of Mexicans put him as the greatest, and I can't put him up there. He only fought in one division.
Yeah, I think the greatest Mexican fighter ever is probably Canelo to me.
And now you're young. You got to wait till the dude retires.
Or Julio Cesar Sanchez. I don't know. Chavez. He fought a lot of trash cans, man. A lot. Julio Cesar.
He fought stay busy fights.
He fought a lot of.
See, hey, this is what I don't get.
There. It's not his
fault. Mean, bro, his first 60 fights was literally like buckets.
He was 89-0. Just put it that way.
But look at his first
fights. So if everybody gives Wilder credit for fighting a whole bunch of tomato cans,
Wilder fought champions.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
What champions in the middle of what?
Nah, but HLD Wilder only gets the credit because he knocked all of them out. Chavez didn't. But either way,
that's your stipulation.
Yeah, either way though, Chavez was fighting like literally. You look at his box record like once a week in the beginning.
Bro, if I'm a pro fighter, bro, and I got a bunch of training and I'm fighting guys this 2 and 10, of course I can fight every week.
Chavez did where
like
he came
fighting tomatoes, bro.
When he fought the guys, the named guys.
Like, bro,
he showed up.
Chavez could have went in the ring with sparring gloves and knocked them bums out, bro. Like he was fighting
real quick,
bums.
Marco.
Yeah,
Marco, you see my picture up here, right? You see my picture?
No. Let me see. No, I can't. What is it?
Well, it's just me. We've been chopping it up for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've been on this channel for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever act like I don't know who Jack Johnson is. Don't ever act like I don't know Jack Johnson. Man.
Okay, sorry. Jesus. But you know who he is. But what I meant was not that you guys don't know who he is, but that you're not familiar with his inside fighting. That's what I meant.
I watched the black and white footage.
Durant hands was just very different in the inside, bro. He catch punches. The way he was, I don't know, bro. His movement was just his upper body movement. It wasn't even his feet. It was his upper body movement. It was just beautiful. Honestly, gonna be honest. It was beautiful, bro.
Marco, Durant could catch punches like a kung fu master, bro. Like on the inside. Like imagine what Floyd would do with the shoulder roll, except every time his opponent throws a punch, he immediately comes back and lands 2 punches. That's how good Durant was.
I think Floyd would give Durant a run for his money.
There's that famous sparring of Durant sparring Nigel Benn.
You know, another fight I really wanted to see. I want to see because Hector Camacho is one of my favorite fighters ever. I want to see Prime him versus Prime Durant.
Hold on,
at 35.
One second, guys. Look at this.
Prime Camacho was 30.
Look what Alberto's saying.
Everybody.
Yo, he needs that crack money. Alberto, you smoking crack? Tell us the truth, Alberto.
Yeah,
Hey, bro, rent's
smoking
almost due.
crack.
Chill out, Marcos. Come on, man, out.
That's a good point.
He's that rent money.
But the joke is he lives at grandma's basement. So what do you need rent for?
Facts.
Floyd Sparks Duran out before the bell.
Nah, nobody. I don't think Durant has ever been
That's
knocked out
not it.
other than what? Tommy?
Tommy Hearns. That was one of the most filthy.
I think that was the only time I ever seen Durant getting stopped.
Alberto.
Well, he stopped himself once, but that's beside the point.
Now,
Yeah,
somebody
that was just-
mentioned Camacho.
he was just
I would
tired.
have loved to seen prime Hector Camacho versus 130 prime Pretty Boy. That would have been a banger.
Oh, Camacho would have been tough. He threw a lot of
because
punches.
I don't think nobody was better at 130 than prime Camacho at 130.
Me
no
either.
one.
I don't.
Give me 82 to 86 Camacho.
Yeah,
All right.
I think Camacho is the best 130 pounder ever.
Athletically was just a different specimen. That speed was different.
Camacho?
Yeah, bro. Camacho was different.
82 to 84. 85
Camacho was different.
Fastest
man.
hands ever. Camacho's up there. Meldrick Taylor. Of course,
I got
Roy.
Meldrick Taylor at 1.
Roy's the fastest hands, bar none to me. But Meldrick, Camacho, Roy.
I'm talking about pound for pound. Who had the
pound for
fastest
pound,
hands?
yeah. Amir Khan. You can't
naming them.
Well, we're gonna do pound for pound. We got to go Tyson because Tyson was 200 pounds
Absolutely.
with lightning fast hands.
Absolutely. Michael Dokes was up there. Zab,
Pacquiao.
Amir Khan, Pacquiao. Yep. I mean, those are the big ones.
Do you think Gary Russell Sr. had fast hands?
Oh yeah.
Lightning.
Oh yeah.
He had lightning fast hands too.
Well,
Darnaire, did you say Nonito Darnaire?
I did not.
Darnaire, he had fast hands too.
Pacquiao had fast hands.
Very.
I said Pacquiao.
Yeah,
We're gonna talk about a fighter today. Inoue hands is pretty fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Inues are. Who is really fast?
I need to see that fight, man. I need to see him and Nakatani. I need to. I feel like that'd be the biggest fight in boxing.
For hardcores, but
yeah, for hardcore. That's what I'm saying, for hardcore.
okay.
Because Nakatani is punching. I ain't gonna lie, punching.
Right.
He punching.
Yeah. Yeah. So's Inoue.
That'll be at the Tokyo Dome.
If anyway jump in and run into one of them straight lefts, I think it'd be a Pacquiao Marquez type knockout. What'd you say?
Do you think Turkey steals that fight from the Japanese?
Of course. He already got Inoue in his back pocket. He had Inoue fighting in Vegas.
But I'm saying for both of those guys. I think that's a mega fight in Japan.
Bro, I think money talks, bro.
Tokyo
so
Dome will
if he lay the money out,
Dome,
anybody gonna do what he needs to do.
100,000 people would be in that stadium.
No, because they'd be on the undercard. Or it depends how
no undercard.
It just depends, bro, like how he set it up, because he have superstars on the card.
Who's gonna be a bigger superstar than those two guys in a fight?
In America, bro, a lot. You got Canelo Alvarez still around.
They're not gonna fight under him.
Why would he? Bro, Turkey has enough money.
They're putting prospects right now. Don't you see that there's right for the Canelo? I mean, for the Canelo.
Yes, bro. My thing is, you think Canelo got a problem fighting on the undercard?
Who?
I mean, not Canelo, but anyway, got a problem fighting under Canelo undercard if he getting paid top dollar.
I don't think nobody, but I don't think he's gonna be able to pay them that much.
Is you crazy, bro? This guy is Saudi money.
No, man.
He has enough to pay off the president if he wanted to.
No, he could. He ain't gonna be able to get.
This guy is crazy, bro. His money is untraceable, bro. This guy is out of his mind, bro. They talking about They talking about Canelo got 150 million to fight Bud, bro. Like, come on, he got 150 million to fight a little guy, a guy
You think that 150 million is way above when he makes that? He makes 100 million with all the back end money.
Go to fucking bed, bro.
So that's how it is.
Go to
that's how it is.
You believe Canelo making 100 million, and you think Canelo
he makes 100 million a fight? Yeah,
Canelo not making 100 million a fight. Canelo would just
with all his back end, yes.
Hey, Canelo was just on a three fight deal with PBC, right? 35 million guaranteed to fight. You talking about 100 million, bro?
He made 55 versus Plan alone.
Yeah, you was smoking crack, bro.
Bro, you smoking crack, Gen Z.
Nobody fucking giving Canelo 100 million to fight Berlanga and fucking Jaime Muguiz, he's not
Let's
getting 100
see.
million to fight.
He probably
fucking
made
chumps.
he probably made more with the
This guy
with the
thinking
fight, with the
Canelo getting
back
100
end.
million to fight chumps.
Here we go. I just did the. All right, so it's
Fuck outta
Jaime Munguia, he made 35. Berlanga, he made 35.
Oh.
How much
Skull,
you make with playing with the PBC? Because you mentioned PBC.
Skull, he made 80.
Yeah, and who was that with?
Oh,
Turkey,
oh.
right?
That was with Turkey. Yep.
Yeah, like I
How
said,
much-
man,
how
this
much-
guy,
how much you
like
make
I don't
with
know what I'm
Grant?
talking about or something.
PBC, how much you make with PBC?
35 a fight,
guaranteed.
dude. I just told you the
35,
deal.
35. And then
Well,
now again,
for Grant
guys,
was 55 guaranteed.
again, this is estimated. Nobody knows for sure. But yeah, it looks like Turkey tripled the fucking paycheck.
That's why I said anybody to fight under that undercard, man. He giving out fucking turkey bags.
That's a fact. Like Nino Brown.
Why you think he got all them guys over there kissing the ring? All this thank you, your excellency shit. Because he giving out that bag.
Shit.
He couldn't get Boots to fight.
All he is the modern day Diddy.
He couldn't get Boots to fight.
He the modern day Diddy, man.
He couldn't get Boots to fight.
Or Tank. Tank said, "Fuck you, give me Maserati."
Yeah, because Tank getting 200 million with fucking Al Heyman.
200 million.
No, he on a 6 fight.
Now he on track.
Both
Listen
of
to what
y'all
I'm
are
saying.
biased.
No. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not saying he making 200 million a fight. I said he's on a 6 fight, $200 million deal.
Bro, that deal is not that thing is not what it
Dude,
is.
you don't even know math, bro. How much is that a fight, bro? That's
50?
not more than Canelo. No, it's 30.
30. Is that 30?
Yeah.
I can't think of it.
Ish, yeah.
Ish. Well, that's not bad.
That's what I'm saying. That's not like just super, super crazy to not believe.
Why didn't he be able to get Boots to fight?
Because Boots didn't want to fight.
I thought he could pay God and everybody to dance for him.
He can.
But
You
he
see, you got
couldn't get
Canelo
Boots.
over there kissing the pinky ring that
Yeah,
somebody
but
say they never was going to go there.
150 million.
No shit. You think if he was offering
So
Boots
why couldn't he get
150
Boots?
million,
Why
because
couldn't
he wasn't
get
offering
Boots
the
to
same amount of money.
But I thought he was God.
This guy is funny. So
Yeah, I
you
mean,
don't. My thing is, you don't think he's going to work with Turkey. You don't think Boots Ennis is going to work with Turkey.
He's not going to spend that type of money for main and a co-main.
Why wouldn't he? Shakur Stevenson is on the undercard right now,
Making what,
co-main.
5-6 million? Okay,
5-6 million, bro. You doing drugs, bro? All right.
I don't know.
You think he making 5-6 million? He would have stayed with Top Rank if that was the case.
No, because they were offering him 3 million.
Oh, so you gonna go to the guy that's giving everybody 10 million plus, and he only gonna give you 2 more million, huh?
Bro, he almost cut him. Remember? That's why Shakur was pissed off. He called them pamper heads or something like that.
Yeah, man, whatever, man. He getting a bag. It's undisclosed.
He said, "Oh, they're a bunch of towel heads, man. They don't keep their word." And then they had to, kind of.
Turkey is giving out a bag. I don't even like him because I think some of the shit he got going over there is like homosexual. But
What?
I don't like the guy.
Wait,
why are you thinking about homosexuality with the boxing, bro?
Wait.
Bro, all the
I know
making
it's somebody.
Hold on, everybody, hold on. Why? What? You gotta elaborate on that,
bro. First of all, a grown man making you walk around, hold his hand. You calling him excellent. Like that type of shit, I'm not doing none of that type of shit.
You understand that in that country, homosexuality, they'll cut your fucking.
I don't care what it is. I'm not walking around holding that guy. You walking around holding that man's hand?
Hey, he's calling Bud Crawford gay.
Damn fucking right.
Oh my God, Marco, a sellout.
We go damn.
No, that's how they do over there. It's just their culture. It's not nothing homosexual.
That's not my culture, bro. I come from around the way.
So is Crawford gay, man?
Whatever he
is Crawford gay or suspect?
I'm from around the way, man. We don't.
Hey, man, answer the question, bro. Is Bud suspect for holding his hand?
Bud sold his soul too.
But Bud held his hand.
Hell yeah, Bud held his hand. You think
Come
Bud
on, Marco,
you never seen that?
No, I didn't see
it.
Bud got 15 kids. Bud got to hold a hand.
He got 15 kids.
You gotta hold a hand, man.
He got 7. He got 7.
I like Bud though, man. Bud, my guy. When he beat up Spence, though, I really was like, "Fuck! Somebody got to knock this motherfucker out, man!" Like,
yeah, don't worry, September.
I was pissed.
He's getting decapitated.
No, it ain't
I was
happening.
pissed.
It ain't happening, HLD. Hey,
I do think he'll stop Bud, and I'm putting some real money on it too.
Oh, I got a rack up. You down for that?
Oh,
I mean, we can. We get closer to September. We can bet something like that.
All right.
You'll make more money because Canelo be the favorite. Now, if you're a Bud fan, you
He's
want
not
to
a
put
big favorite though, so I'm gonna make a lot of money just bagging it.
But if you're putting money down,
but that's perfect, bro. I want people to say Bud is gonna win.
25-year-old man, you gotta learn some decorum like the other young kid. Now, if you're if you're putting money on Canelo, then going up to with my man who said he'll put a rack up would be a good bet, because if you go to DraftKings, you know it's you're not gonna get the same return. You only get a 1.5 in return. You're getting straight up money with my man up here. Now if you're a Bud fan, no, yeah, he's gonna be the underdog. You'll make a little bit more money on your dollar. So
I'm betting Canelo for the knockout, man.
1,000, I think, will give you 1,500. You know what I mean?
I'm taking any bets, man. Any bets. Anybody want to lock in some money? Want to lose some money? Because I ain't been wrong on a fight in a while.
Tickets ain't for sale yet. No time yet. We have nothing yet on this.
I'm not a guy that normally wrong on fights, man.
So I'm wondering what they're waiting on. Are they waiting after the Shakur
You feel
fight
me, Marco?
They put it on sale, maybe?
I don't know. You tell me.
You feel me, Marco? You know what I'm saying? I ain't a guy that's too wrong, man.
Bro, you 25. You damn wrong all the time.
I ain't too wrong, man. I've been picking these picks. I was wrong on the Tank Lamont because I thought he would get him out of there in about 8.
Well, I thought everybody did. Most people thought that.
Yeah, most people thought
I was watching that shit at the bowling alley, bro.
Not only did he not get him out of there, he lost the fight. Cheater.
Oh my God, this a DC guy? Let me hear that accent. Is this a DC?
Yo, don't worry about my accent. I'm from New York. He lost the fight.
Yes, he did.
He lost the fight.
I had it a draw, but
I had it a draw too.
I had him losing by 2.
It's an automatic.
You got to count that knee.
Oh,
you got to count the knee.
Without the knee, I had him losing by 2.
Oh my God, we can't count something that didn't count.
That's true.
For putting your head out the ring.
He lost.
That makes no sense.
He lost it on the cards, regardless, man. Regardless of the knee or no knee, he lost by 2 rounds.
He didn't lose this shit. It was a good fight.
The fight, but because he's the money man, they gave him a draw.
Oh my God, I hate the theories, man. I hate the theories.
Your voice is low. They're not coming in very loud.
It's the truth. It don't matter.
I hate the theories.
It don't matter about no theory. He was getting beat up. Stop lying.
He was getting beat up. He didn't even bruise him.
Yo, it's so bad that the commission changed the rules.
Equate to being beat up, yo.
How do you get beat up and you walk out the fight without a bruise?
They had him up by 2 or 3 rounds. What do you mean he didn't have a bruise? He had the same bruises that he always leave the ring with.
No, he didn't.
Come on, stop capping, dude.
What is we talking? And this is a light-skinned guy that just left the ring without. Like, come on, bro.
Stop capping.
Like he beat him up. Like people confuse me with this. Beat him up. I'm a boxing fan, bro. I'm a boxing fan.
Real. He lost the fight.
I think it was a draw.
If you don't want to be real, say you want to cap out. But he lost the fight. That's it.
I guess. So you the same guy that think Beterbiev? He probably think Beterbiev lost the first fight. Bivol too, didn't you? You one of them guys?
Yeah, I think he lost the first fight.
I knew it. Yeah,
I
knew what type of guy he was.
No, but that fight was mad close.
That's different.
Of course,
I knew what type of that fight was close too. I know what type of guy this is. Everybody scream robbery when it's a close fight.
Now you can't call it a robbery when it's a close fight. I did not call it a robbery. I did say that I believe that Beterbiev lost that fight, but I did not call it a robbery. There's a difference.
That's just going crazy for Bivol. Oh my God, I'm done with boxing. It's crazy.
You know,
he sounds like his front cortex is not fully developed yet, guys. You got to forgive him.
We get to see a third one of those, even though nobody wants.
I don't want to see a third one, bro. That shit was boring.
Honestly speaking, I thought Tank was gonna really go in there and dismantle him.
Me too.
So you got to give credit where credit is due, and I
give a lot of credit out.
And that's what people are starting to do extra stuff.
But I don't like people going on a victory tour for a decision for a draw. Like that shit is annoying. Like, come on, bro. They got to fight again. We'll see. We'll see season. That's how I am with all these fighters now. We'll see season.
I'm with you on that.
That's fair.
Like I don't do all the hypothetical shit. They got to get in the ring, and I got to see like that. I'm not finna be just like with the Bud and Canelo shit. I'm not finna keep going back and forth with somebody that feels different from me because September 13th is WSC season.
Hold on a second. Yayan, what are you talking about your last time in the show for a minute? What are you doing?
My guy Ryan, man. My guy going to jail, man.
What happened?
Exactly. I was gonna say he's getting locked up.
My guy turning himself in.
Exactly.
Ryan, speak. What the fuck's going on?
He's retiring, man. You know how boxers do, man. He's retiring.
He raped that raccoon, man. You got to turn yourself into that.
Oh, cracking me up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I want to see that rematch, but obviously, for some reason, they refuse to officially announce it. I don't know. What
that's always with Tank fights. They never get announced to the last minute.
I wonder if they're trying to get out of that rematch and they let the rematch.
They're trying to because they easily could.
Let it expire and shit.
No, but you don't have to let nothing expire.
I think they're waiting for the Barrios fight to finish up, maybe before they throw in the full promotion behind it. You know what I mean? And they could, PBC could collect some money after Barrios fight to pay these guys.
That's what they're gonna do, bro. That's why they waiting forever to announce the shit.
I think so.
Tank announced it himself.
He announced. Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
unless you could buy tickets, bro, I don't want to hear it.
Oh shit.
I mean, if you could buy tickets, don't mean it wouldn't get canceled.
Mo just showed me a picture of Turkey. I'll show you guys this. That's kind of weird. Here we go.
I keep telling you, man, these guys is weird, bro. They want you to walk around and hold their hands and shit, man. Shit like that. I'm not doing that, bro. I'm not locking hands with no man like that.
If you notice what Canelo did, he said, "Everybody, give me all my belts, so I don't have no free hands."
That ain't my motherfucking cousin.
Canelo's like, "Give me all my belts. I want to make sure
I finna fucking lock hands, and I'm finna call this guy.
Fuck it though. What are you gonna do? He's not holding his dick. He's holding his hand. So let's move on.
You don't know what he holding behind closed doors.
Oh,
you don't know if he washed his hands, bro. You don't know if he washed his hands, man.
My thing is, man, this motherfucker is throwing around a lot of money, but you never seen like fighters just kissing ass like this, man. It's crazy.
Yo.
So you look at it like that? They're just kissing his ass because they're doing.
They are, bro. They're literally kissing his ass. They say something that they don't like about him. 10 minutes later, they take the shit down, apologize, call him king. Like, what are we talking about?
Well, that was only one dude, I think, did that. But
only one dude?
I kind of feel you. Yeah.
Canelo was saying fuck him at first, too.
Exactly.
That's true.
He sure did. And guess what? He over there now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They all do this shit. We don't need
went
him.
Off the rails on him, but he still didn't.
The only guys that's standing on business right now is Tank and Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu and Tank saying, "Nah, we good without Heyman."
Yeah, but they're not good without Heyman though.
You said they not?
It's probably an NDA. Yeah.
Oh, you crazy?
Yeah, they're not
crazy. Al Heyman. Hey, his guys though, he paying it out.
Nah, give me a second. Hold on.
Go ahead.
They're not good without Heyman because maybe Tim Tszyu is because he's not a real big money man. But Tank was on.
Who? Tim Tszyu's not a big money guy.
Now is he making a lot of money on it?
No.
Yes, Tim Tszyu is running Australia. He got a whole country behind him.
No, he ain't making that type of money, man.
Is he making that type of money?
No,
man. Tim Tszyu is making a lot of money.
No, he ain't.
No, he ain't.
No, he ain't.
Yeah, and we got HLD, CJ, Joe, Superman, and yourself. Why are you leaving the show? What the fuck's going on?
You gotta think. What's the name was making a lot of money too. Broner. Well, Al Heyman. Broner was making a lot of money.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, at that time,
that
was good. But guess what? Why would Tank keep putting up on Twitter that he's not happy with his deal? He keep doing all of this extra stuff. He's not really making that money that
you asking me what Tank is saying on Twitter, bro. Tank is saying a bunch of nothing on Twitter. He always do this.
Yeah, he's not making the money you think.
He's not making the money you think.
No, he's not making the money that you think.
If he wasn't making the money you think, he'd have been talked to Turkey.
No, he wouldn't have.
Yes, he would have. Tank don't even have to fight. Tank can fight a nobody and make 30 million.
Did you guys know
he's
that
not
some of
making
these
no 30 million, bro? Y'all stop capping.
Okay,
bro.
man.
Did you guys know that some of these fighters get paid in payment plans over like a long period of time?
Yeah,
exactly. Good point.
And the Bobby Bonilla plan.
When Floyd won, Floyd made the 100 million or whatever it was against Pacquiao. It was, I think it was over like 10 years or some crazy shit. Long payment.
Right.
But that's what you rather do though, to take less taxes out of your money anyway. That's smart.
That is smart.
Okay. That's not a bad point, but
the IRS, you don't want the IRS to break your head off
There's
rip.
better ways to go around it than that bullshit.
Yeah,
probably.
There's better ways to do.
Look what Ohtani is doing in baseball. He getting paid $2 million a year. and he got a $700 million deal.
That's different because he's plans to be out of fucking California by then, and then that he don't want to pay no California tax.
No shit, dickhead. He's stretching his money out just the same way.
No, well, bicho, man. Learn what I'm saying. Don't have to think that you know it all, fuckhead.
He called me a fuckhead because I called him a dickhead.
Call your well,
That's fair play.
Yeah, that's a good comeback.
Marco
a good comeback. My thing is Tank straight, man. Money wise, Tank good, bro. Is we gonna be? Just be honest with yourself. He's straight. He wouldn't be talking about retiring at 30 if he wasn't.
Yeah, but what is considered good for a star of that caliber? He should probably.
I mean, bro, look what the fuck he walking around with. He walking around with $7-8 million watches.
Cap, stop believing.
Oh my god,
this stuff is not real, bro.
So they walking around. Everybody got fake jewelry too.
Hey, those are the $1,000 super clones, bro. The $1,000 super clones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard the same shit with Floyd, bro. You right.
Let me speak on this real quick. I don't want to put words in the dude's mouth who's driving, but I think his point is that Tank isn't fucking with Turkey because Turkey wants the big fights. He would have to fight a big name.
Man, you honestly think, bro, Marco, you was a fighter, Marco.
Yeah.
Do you honestly think these guys are scared to get in the ring, bro?
No.
Like this is literally this gotta make money. It gotta make sense to them.
I don't think. Let me say this.
None of these guys are scared to fight each other.
He's not scared to fight, but he's scared that his market value will go down if he takes a possible L.
Absolutely.
That's it. I'm not saying
that's anybody that's undefeated, though.
Correct. That's absolutely the truth.
That's how anybody that's undefeated thinks. So that's not just him.
That's why Boots is jumping around, acting like, "Oh, I can't fight this guy. I can't fight that
because
guy."
He finally went up in weight.
Because you don't want to lose that
bro.
Not because he's afraid.
First of all, look, that's why I say Boots can't win with certain guys, right? Because if he'd have stayed at 147, they'd have called him a weight bully. But now he moving up in weight. Now he running from somebody. When he offered Brian Norman a fight, did he not send him an offer? Did he not send him an offer?
Yes, I'll say it. Yes. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
quiet.
Boots is a killer, bro. You only have a certain few of them in boxing. You got Inoue, you got Boots, you got Tank, you got
He's an unproven.
In my opinion, Abdullah is a killer. You got Brian Norman. You got a couple guys that's actually going in the ring that look to kill you, bro. It's only a couple of these guys that's thinking like this, bro. They're having these mindsets. Boots is one of them guys, bro. He don't go in there and, I can just outbox him. He go in there, I'm gonna knock your fucking head off your shoulders.
I gotta see it. I haven't seen it yet.
You gotta see it. Did you not see the Stanionis fight? He almost killed him in 6 rounds.
I'm not talking about a punching bag with legs, bro. I'm talking about
now he's a punching bag with legs. But before the fight, everybody was saying it was a 50-50 fight. People was trolling.
Who the hell was saying it was 50-50, bro?
He gets hit a lot. That's what they say with Boots. He gets hit a lot. He can lose this fight. This guy can punch. Then when he get in the ring and make the guy look bad, he's a punching bag. Okay. This guy's a world champion. Who has Brian Norman fought?
Yo, your man is a fucking email champion.
Who is Brian Norman fought? He's an email champion. He just unified.
Yeah, with another email champion.
This guy retarded, bro.
And he's about to become a 2-time email champion when he waits for Crawford to pick up the other belt.
Got it.
Yo,
so what belt has
ring,
Virgil took from somebody?
Huh? Who won the belt in the ring?
What belt have Virgil
the second belt
somebody?
in the unification? He won the belt in the ring.
He won it in the ring, but it was versus an email champion.
What belt has Virgil took from somebody?
That interim belt, right? That's what
that's
the only thing.
Get this guy out of here, man.
That's about the only thing he has. He's never been a champion.
Out of here, man.
He's never been a champion.
And let me guess, you're a big Virgil fan.
He's exciting to watch. He's not gonna last past 32 the way he fights. I tell you that.
Man, Boots will beat the shit out of Virgil.
Yeah, then tell him to get in the.
I want to see the fight. I don't know.
Beat the shit out of him.
No tune-ups. Get in there with no tune-ups. All that bullshit. Get in there, man.
Virgil is going to have a tune-up fight. Virgil is not finna come off a hand.
No, they already said it, bro. They don't want to fight.
Hey, bro. Hey, who is this guy at the top screen? What's your name, bro?
Me, CJ.
Yeah, CJ. You honestly think Virgil's going to get in the ring with Boots after a hand surgery and 8 months off?
Yep.
First fight.
I would love to see it. I would love to see it.
But do you believe it can happen? It would happen like that?
Yep. Definitely.
done with
Virgil is
it.
not crazy, bro.
They're down
Virgil
with
is
it.
not crazy, bro.
Most likely
They're
not.
down with
Answer
it.
your question.
You
Then
act like
who's
Virgil.
gonna fight?
You act like Virgil just didn't get beat up by
Who's gonna
Boychuk.
fight? He abandoned 147. Who the fuck is he gonna fight
Did
at
Boychuk
147
not
next?
beat up Virgil
Who's he gonna
Ortiz?
fight
Yes
next?
or no?
Tellez.
Can you answer my question? Did Virgil not get beat up by Boychuk?
Oh, he had
To
a
my
war.
to my point, the other guy that's in the car was saying
war.
Tank got beat up. No, Virgil got beat up. That's beat up.
That was a
Yo,
war.
He
Boychuk
took
is
years
the
off his
toughest
career.
fight.
Boychuk took years off his career.
That's the
Yeah, it's a
toughest
close
fight at
fight.
154 to me that no one's talking about because he's not, he ain't got a name like that. But Boychuk is a beast. Yeah.
Boychuk literally
Nah,
took years off Virgil's career with that fight.
Chuck actually fought Michael Fox.
That's why
And if you
what's
saw that
his
fight,
name?
you would have thought that Michael Fox won the fight. Now,
you
the
see-
other
you
Russian
see-
guy, what's that the other Russian champion out there? Murav, whatever his damn name is.
Who?
The other
I'm not sure
one.
you're talking about.
Oh, Bakram?
No, Bakram's
yeah,
not a champion. The other one.
Bakram is a champion.
He's a
Yeah,
champion.
Mortazala.
IBF.
Bakram and Bohachak. I'm sorry, I'm confusing about that dude. Now, that dude, I would like to see that fight. I would like to see that fight.
An underrated fighter at 154 right now that I think could beat a lot of fighters is Lubin. Lubin got a lot of skill.
Word. Yeah.
I'm gonna reserve my guy until he becomes a champion, and then I'm gonna pop my collar and I'll bring him on.
No, talk about your guy. Is it Pacheco?
No,
I mean, not Pacheco. What's the guy at 47, bro? The want to fight Norman?
He ain't 47.
No, I'm saying though. What's his name, Marco?
Who?
Poblanco or something. What's his name? He a big
Polanco.
Polanco. Yeah,
That's a prospect, bro.
Bro, no, he not, bro. That's a contender. He looking to fight, get a world title shot.
He's probably like top. What is he? Top 12?
Man, he is punching. Him and that one guy at 160. That's one of my favorite new fighters. Yoel Hernandez. That's one of my favorite new fighters.
What white guy at 160?
No, not white guy. I'm talking about Yoel Hernandez.
Oh,
They just beat up Julian Williams. I mean, not Julian Williams. The fuck is his name? Breadman fighter.
What up, Farrat?
Keon?
Castaño?
Nah, I'm talking about Breadman. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Kelvin Davis. I think
Kelvin
that's his name.
Kelvin
Not
Davis.
Kelvin Davis. That might be his name.
Kelvin, or is it Chiron?
Chiron. It's Chiron Davis.
Yeah.
Bro, man, a lot of these guys.
Bro, that Cuban is so skilled.
That's racist.
The same Cuban skilled? Oh.
Nah.
He punching hard too, man. He kind of looked like Boots the way he move.
We'll see. We got a whole bunch of them.
Hey, my guy, man. No disrespect to your coach, man, but Boots would beat up a lot of Mexican guys. Them come forward type of guys.
Why? Now that was racist. Why do you have to specify?
No. I'm saying like because they like coming forward, front foot heavy.
The Mexican style. I feel you.
Yeah, you front foot heavy like that, man. You gonna be on it. They're gonna have to have that hospital cart next to the ring.
Who's gonna be offended by that?
Nah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying I didn't want to, offend nobody, but I was just saying like that.
Nah, I don't be offended. Shit. I don't know, man. I don't know what's taking so long for a lot of these fights to be announced, but we might.
I just want to see them.
We might not get them. We might not get the Roach Tank rematch. I
Don't say that. Don't put that out there.
No,
don't speak that into existence.
I mean, I see Tiafimo went to PBC, so if he say fuck Roach and go to Tiafimo, I wouldn't be mad at it.
He's not at PBC, bro. He was trolling.
I mean, that's what I seen. They posted him and everything.
Right. But I mean, that's trolling.
Not with Top Rank, so who he signed with?
What up, Lamar?
He still owes 2 under his contract deal. He signed a 3-fight deal with Turkey. He honored 1. He owes 2 more fights with Turkey, and he owes 2.
Al Heyman is doing business with Turkey, so
he owes 2 more fights with Top Rank as far as what his purse is, right? Not that he fights now directly for them.
I gotta go though, man. I'm gonna talk to y'all guys, man.
Peace
All right,
out.
homie. What was your name again?
My name was Joe Blow.
Joe Blow, huh? Well, you said you got the bread, so I want to make sure I got
Joe
you.
Blow, man.
All right.
Hey, Marco, don't act like you don't know who Joe Blow is.
Nope. I don't want to know who Joe Blow. Joe Blow is a guy who holds hands with Turkey.
Oh my God! You see how he disrespected me like that, man?
Hell no.
Oh, I'm just playing.
Joe Blow is an old school pimp, man.
Oh, is it?
1970s.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right,
man. Y'all enjoy your day, man.
all right, man. Peace out.
Hey, peace. Yep.
Yo, see, you can't bet that, man, bro. You talking about a stack, bro? You know he 25. He don't got that, bro.
Maybe not, but hey, I'm gonna hold people to their word till they prove otherwise. That's how I run. Yeah, that's how I'm moving.
Be quiet, Yayan. You're the one who came in here gossiping about you're leaving the show, you're going to jail, or were you going on a fucking sabbatical? What's going on?
Yo, you saw
I
how
wanted to give a quick shout out to Lamar. I saw he had the Sacramento Kings, so he must be up here where I'm at right now. Shout out Lamar.
Yeah, Sacramento Kings, Mitch Richmond.
Oh yeah, legend in the
Oh
90s.
yeah, Run TMC. Well, that was when they were on the Warriors.
Hey, you guys seen how Bob Arum cooked Devin Haney on Twitter?
Nah. Well, where the fuck you going, Yayan? Spit it out.
He goes, we look forward to working with our friend, His Excellency Turkey Al-Sheikh, as the best welterweight in the world. Brian Norman Jr. defends his WBO title this November in Riyadh against track star Devin Haney.
All
I
right.
mean, Bob Arum is legitimately, what is he, 90, what?
4.
Jesus.
Or 3.
Yeah, I'm sure it's not him behind that Twitter account.
No, man, that's what I said, bro. I'm like, no, that ain't it, bro.
Why are you going to be off the internet? For what? What the fuck's going on? This fucking guy. He's being like what's the word? When a girl's trying to be all like secretive and mysterious.
No, just looking for attention. I want you to press me.
No, I know what you're talking about. He's being obtuse. He's being like you said, mysterious.
I guess.
I'm looking for attention. I'm not gonna be here, Marco.
Where's he
going? Don't go.
There's no way a 20-year-old kid is not gonna stay off the internet for a month. That's not happening. Coy, that too. I think mysterious.
Playing coy. Yeah, I like that.
Shakur versus Haney would be a good match. Track field. I mean, do we really want to see that? Shakur versus Haney? I mean, we want to see it, but do we want to see it? Haney Norman is a win-win. Everybody up. Haney is basically daring to be great. Well, I don't think he can make 40. I don't think he can make it anymore.
Right.
Dude.
Yeah, I just love the way Norman Sr. checkmated Bill Haney into having to sign this fight after getting caught in 4K wanting to kill it.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
He did.
He had no choice. What he's gonna do now?
True.
Now we'll wait till November and we're gonna hear a slip and fall in the sauna.
Hey Marco, you know where that Joe Blow dude was from?
I couldn't tell his accent. Nah. He had some, but I couldn't really tell. Maybe California, maybe? Or like
Nah.
Midwest, maybe?
Nah, I'd say south or east. Nah, not Cali, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Bro, 50 years old, hating on undisputed champion, ultimate loser, alert. Nah, shout out to dude. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You talking about HLD?
I'm
not saying he is, but that's what I took from it.
I ain't 50, man. What the hell?
I think he's probably
HLD. HLD, can you explain to me how the Norman's back bill into it?
I don't even know who you are. How about you?
Yeah, Marco, please introduce the new guest to the panel.
That's Mo Brains. He's not new, but yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he just bro, I don't know who the fuck you are. You gotta answer you anything until you introduce yourself at least. Shit. Go ahead, man. You got the floor.
No. I was just gonna ask. You can explain how they back.
You got that. Hey man, you got
cutting out, Mo. You're at bad service
leave
area.
McDonald's and go to Starbucks for that Wi-Fi, man.
Mo Biggity Brains, Starbucks. Starbucks Wi-Fi sucks.
It is trash.
At least in fucking Connecticut, which I want to move we're gonna move the fuck out of here soon.
Yeah, what's the timeline on that? Not to pry, but
a few months, hopefully. I got to get my business in order. Hopefully within a few months, man. Fuck this.
You going back up, bro? You're gonna go back to New York?
Yeah. I don't know if the city or maybe like right outside the suburb, right outside. I'm not sure, but I go back to the city, but I got to convince wifey. Yeah, we're done with this shit. I was asking, how did Norman's Corner convince Bill into signing this fight? I think that's what he's asking you.
Yeah, how did he corner Bill into signing it? I mean, he wanted it, obviously. And that would be, think about if Haney even has a a great competitive performance, like a split decision, it would definitely put him back on the map, you know, because people are hating on him right now. So I think they're looking for this opportunity.
Bill Haney wanted to kill the fight and try to wait till Shakur fought so he could offer the fight to Shakur. He didn't want to fight Norman Jr. He called.
Well, why did he sign it then? He didn't. Nobody forced him to sign it.
He called Tay Jones. What was it, like Friday morning? And I mean, if you haven't seen it, you just got to see it. What's that guy's coach Malachi show? And bro, it was on 4K. They even called Tay Jones, and he buried him, bro. It's like, oh shit. So you didn't want to
He
make.
Still accepted the fight, and I get to see it in the ring. So
after that, yeah, what was he gonna do? Like, oh shit. They were mad because they were trying to press that it was them hunting the Normans when it was Turkey who went behind Bill's back to get them to hire his hitman.
True that.
They're trying to make it the other way around.
I miss the rats. I got mice in my fucking house now, Clarissa. There's mice in this fucking house. Like, I moved out the hood to move into the hood. Like, what the fuck? There's mice in this house. Like I've caught 4. 4. I don't know if that's normal in the suburbs, but unacceptable. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Here. Yeah.
And then we got what's the other one? The gnats or the fruit flies, like fruit infestation. And we got ants, big fucking black ant. Like, just it all happened. Maybe it's the time of the year. I don't know. I don't like it.
We're trying to say Mark with a big black ant, bro. What's going on, bro?
I was saying, why you got to be black? Yeah.
Right, man. You know.
Like, you could have said army. You could have said army ants. You could have said, you know.
That's just the big one. Like the big ones too.
Yeah, I know.
I feel you. I'm fucking with you, champ.
Like the ones that crunch when you kill them. Like that's how big they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever stepped on one of those Caribbean cockroaches, bro?
I never.
No.
Bro, they're like 3 inches long. They fly. When you step on them, bro, it's like guts everywhere.
Oh, like the Puerto Rican ones in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Caribbean.
Nah, never done that. I never had a rat in my. I never had a rat. Well, I had a rat in the city, but I never had a rat here. It's just little. They're field mice. They're fucking like.
Yeah, they got a rat at TBV. I know that.
They got a rat at TBV.
Yeah.
Who?
Uh-oh.
My man knows. I'm gonna leave it there.
I have no idea.
I respect it. Yeah. No more internet beef. No more internet beef.
Yeah, right. But anyway, all right, guys. Let me wrap it up. Let's reconvene tonight. I think I might have to do date night, but either way.
Hey, thank you. You know, little lunch break for me. Let me get my ass going.
Hell yeah! I appreciate you guys.
Thanks. Yep, it was entertaining. Peace.